Hey guys, welcome to the channel that will aim to bring back classic bodybuilding and honor the golden era. We need this back, transform bodybuilding again into its rightful place, an art form. Anyway, today is a chest workout. We are going to do some basics here, but also some variations on some exercises you'll see. We start off with the bench press. I've actually been having this slight pain in my left pectoral muscle, probably because sometimes I push myself a little too much, combined with no rest days that could build up to an injury. So I took it easy today on the bench press. I didn't go to my maximum weight, but instead I used paused reps combined with a drop set to still make it a challenging exercise, as you can see right here. Pause reps take away all the momentum of the movement and basically reduce the chance of any injury significantly, but it also makes it harder. So pause on your chest and then push right back up. You will feel your chest muscles activate a lot more than during regular reps. I think you should just try it out and feel it for yourself. And also this drop set I'm doing will give me a very good pump right at the start of the workout, which is always. Paused reps also help you find out if the strength that you experience when you do the bench press in a normal way is actually how strong you really are. You have to be honest with yourself, and if you want to really improve, you have to sometimes do stuff like this. So if the amount of reps during a paused rep set comes close to what you would normally get to, you know that you're doing the exercise right. Your form is good and you're using the muscle effectively. When much weaker on the paused bench, however, you probably don't go all the way down normally, which causes you to be weak at the bottom of the lift. But remember, those muscle fibers also need to be targeted to get that full, thick look with your chest. So, on to the incline bench press, and if you look closely, I really let the bar sink down as high as possible on my chest, under my chin basically, because I want the maximum stretch here. It's not about the weight, just make sure you feel that unique stretch you can only get with this exercise, just like Arnold did, the guy with the biggest chest ever. Now, this is something I've been doing for about 2 months now. I wanted to duplicate the stretch on the incline bench press under a different angle, so basically adding another exercise doing the same thing. I found that on the Smith machine you can sit down exactly under the bar to make it go down on your chest wherever you choose. No need to balance it, just focus on the stretch and contraction. So I do this modified military press in a slight inclined position, so I really hit the upper chest as effectively as I can, and I also have a slightly more narrow grip to again shift the angle I stress the muscles with. If you want a big upper chest, guys, you just got to give it a lot of attention. So, I wanted a huge pump and the benches were full. So, normally we do flies, dumbbell flies, but I decided to do the flies on a Pec Deck machine this time. I find this particular machine very useful because I like to stretch the chest as much as I can. I find this very important on the flies. And you can clearly see I put much emphasis on the stretch here, but because this machine gives constant tension on your chest, you can also very effectively contract the chest. And this combination of a deep stretch and a strong contraction is the formula for the pump. The next exercise is a great exercise to squeeze the chest even more, as you can see. It is a hammer strength chest press. Hammer Strength basically is the brand of the machine. It's a very good brand. It basically means that you can squeeze and contract here very nicely without including the shoulders too much, so you're targeting your chest. And normally we do some kind of dip movement which would target the lower chest, but this machine also does that very nicely. Just make sure you sit up not too high, because that would put too much stress on your shoulders when you stretch. But I like to sit low on this one so you can really target the chest as much as possible and exclude the shoulders. I like to go to failure on pretty much every exercise, and you can see that I'm doing that right here, even doing some forced reps. Those extra few reps, doing this consistently year in, year out, will give your physique a different kind of look. The muscles will look more dense, but most importantly, going to failure just ensures you hit every single muscle fiber you can and not leave anything out. So force your body into growth and try to improve your work set the next workout. And of course, it is time for the dumbbell pullover. I will not stop saying it because to me this is one of the most crucial exercises that basically isn't practiced widely enough. But in the old days they all used to do this, and as you can see, I automatically tuck my stomach in, which strengthens the inner abdominal wall, which in turn will make your waist look smaller. And that's exactly what the golden era was all about. And at the same time, you thicken your chest or back, depending on what you're targeting, and especially the serratus is targeted here, which is another trademark classic look. And what we're doing here is a side lateral raise. You can see I'm not going up all the way, keeping the tension on my shoulder. I'm not training shoulders separately, so I just add a side lateral raise exercise during chest and a rear dumbbell fly on the back day. What we are about to do here is a superset between the Skullcrusher and the French press. I haven't done Skullcrushers in like a year because I wanted to solely focus on the long head of the tricep rather than the medial head, because to me the Skullcrusher works the medial head as well as the long head. But I am going to start including it again because I want my entire triceps to have a thicker and more full look, and combining these two will hit my tricep from different angles, which I need for a complete tricep development. Hitting yet another angle with a variation of this exercise, namely the underhand grip. And just like the previous one, make sure you stretch and contract the triceps all the way. Keep feeling the tension there. And last but not least, the rope tricep pushdown. I also want to to bring the small head of the tricep out, so I target it by pulling apart my wrists when I get to the bottom of the movement and really focus on contracting that specific part of the triceps. Getting this bigger makes your arm look fuller from the front, which is what I need to make my arms look more complete. And now it's time for some posing. Firstly, doing some poses with my brother here, starting with the side chest. I have been doing vacuum exercises a couple of times per week for a good while now, and it's starting to show. As you can see, I can hold it pretty long without showing much effort. The difficult part about it is that you have to exhale all your breath, and you cannot breathe while doing the pose, so it is pretty intense, but you have to make it look natural, and that's the art of classic bodybuilding. Anyway guys, I'll be doing videos on how to pose like a classic bodybuilder. Episode number 1 is already up, but it's about me critiquing my own posing routine from the competition I did. I still have a lot to learn, but together we can come a long way. And thanks for watching everyone, a lot more videos to come, and remember to stay golden.